Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Friday, April the 14th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly wrap up. As always, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And risk management. I hope you've been using good risk management this week, this month, this year. And one thing to note, you got to give your trade some room. If you've got a 1, 2, 3 pip stop loss and you're trying to scalp, you're just going to cut yourself to pieces. You need to have like a 10 or 20 pip stop loss. Give that trade some breathing room. Okay, here we go. Looking at the month, we're up 70 pips from the open, 141 off the high, 132 off the low on the British pound. All the gaps have filled. The week has turned negative. We are now 6 pips below the weekly open at 24.06. You can see this is a huge doji week, but we definitely had a higher high and higher low. We have pierced the opening range for the week and the opening range for the month. Right there, you can see once again that weekly open, we're 6 pips below it. We're 116 below the daily open. For the year, we're 318, 317 above the open. And if you look back here on these monthlies, you can see we're in these upper wick zones. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But 317 above the yearly open at the moment. And the inside bar that happened 7 days ago, you can see we pierced that low. So inside bar traders, you're up about 26 pips there if you took that short at 2431.8. And we're just about touching that monthly inside bar high that was at the 124.006 level. So we'll have to see what happens there. Very interesting area. 148 pips on the day. We had some red news. Looks like the dollar was gaining in some strength. And we've got a bunch of pairs over 100 pips. And Freddie, your euro is at 103 range for the day. You can see right here we've been crisscrossing that weekly open. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens there. Buy zone traders, you got that touch there at 125.21 and then price dropped. Hopefully some of you took advantage of that coming through that sell zone. And green rats, maybe we'll have a bounce sometime today. We've only got a couple hours left in the trading day. You can see it looks like they're pushing it down further, so look for a long signal. Pivots, we have really blown through some pivot levels. Pivot trading plan says near R1 bias is short. It got near, but the bias long at the pivot and the S1 didn't work. In fact, we're somewhere halfway between S3 and S4 on those pivots. Bambino indicator said go long. That was good at the open. Hopefully you took your profit at the breakout of yesterday's high. And it looks like we're at top of the hour, so that's almost a doji. Let's see which way price goes. We're only 7 pips off the low. Okay, so the range for the month of April right now is at 273. And we still have a couple of trading weeks left, so that's halfway through. If we take a look here at the ATR for the month, you can see 651, so we've got a long ways to go. And if we take a look at it as a percentage, you can see we're only at 42%. So halfway through the month, halfway through ATR, I'd say that's about right. Okay, we also can look and see the year-to-date accumulated, and we've added 99 pips to the year-to-date range. So April has moved the needle. And one other thing to look at here is if we look at the close minus the year-to-date open as a percentage, and so far we're up 2.62% from the year. So not bad movement so far. And looking at some of the trading screens here, 3LZZ using the sweet spots. See, it was a long at 05. And right now we're at 05. So, okay, 058, 059. See if that moves it up. You can see indicator 2 with the magenta dot showing things are moving down. We've got a 1 ball there. So if you took that trade, it was good for about a pip or almost 2, 1.7. We had a 6.7 pip move, or 6.7 pip high there at 24.067. And it's moving back up, so there's opportunities there to, pip it to death. In fact, I was working on a new indicator. I almost called it pip to death, but I decided to call it churn because it just churns out the pips. So I'll probably show you that next week, and it'll be in the donationals probably in a couple of months because I got to work all the bugs out and make sure it's doing just right the way I want it. Because I create these things and then I modify them. I find a bug or two. And so that's why it takes me about a month or so before I ship them out usually. Sometimes I might even stick them in the donational pack, but I won't even tell you they're there. So sometimes you got to look. It's like, ooh, I wonder what that is. And that might just mean I'm working on something. And let you guys play with it if you're so inclined. So let's see, we're looking at the daily chart. You can see we covered 1, 2 candle ranges there, daily candle ranges with this one candle today. Zoom out to the month. We're inside the upper wick zone of the previous month. The price was turning up, it says. If we take a look at the week, we're 87 pips away from the EMA 5. We're 4.9 pips below that weekly open. Let's see if we can turn it green. We're between the wick zones, which means we're in the body. Higher high, higher low. Shift to daily. You can see we've got an outside bar there. Price is below the lower wick zone of yesterday by a ton, almost 70 pips. So nice movement there on the week. I'm trying to think. Was there something else? Oh, a shout out to Seeker. Thank you for watching the videos, and I appreciate you making comments. I hope I've been answering your questions. And when we're trading the red news, you were asking, you don't wait for 3 balls. No, you're on M1 and you're basically trading price action as you see it, and it's usually pretty quick. So you'd be shifting to M1 and you just take what you see. So no, you wouldn't wait for a 3 ball. You might just want to trade horizontal line crosses and grab a pip here. Sometimes you might get a nice 10 move or something, but you just have to be quick on the draw. You can't, there's no time to think. It's pure reaction, just like you're trading a video game. You're almost driving the market. You just have to see which way it twists and turns, and that's really the way to trade it at those levels, or during those red news times when price is moving quick, because you could be up 5-10 pips, be all happy, and in a blink of an eye you could be down 10 pips and be all sad. So yeah, and I've seen it move like that. Sometimes though, you might want to just wait a couple of minutes. If you're in any of those prop trade challenges, most of those firms don't let you trade 2 minutes before to 2 minutes after the news. So if you're thinking about trading in a prop trade challenge, get in that habit. You know where the news is, set alarms, do whatever you have to do, because if you actually pass the trade and you get in there and you put a trade in or take a trade out during that time, they'll close you out. It's like nope, we told you not to do it, you did it, you're gone, you're done. And they don't mess around, because we're talking about real money here. So you just have to realize that it's their platform, they get to make the rules. So we see prices moving up. Once again, 3 ball, green at the line. You see it came back down. It came back down and filled that imbalance. That's something to look for. So that's a lot of times you go ahead, you take your 1 or 2 pips, look for it to come back down, and then you can jump back in when it fills that imbalance. Does that always work right? No, because see here, it came down right here. Let's see, there was an imbalance between here and it, filled it, then it jumped up. But it doesn't always do that. It does it enough times, though, that once you start to learn it, you feel confident, you can start taking those trades. You see, it looks like price is ranging here. Put in a 2-ball. There's a block here, so maybe it'll come up here. Move this 2-ball up. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're kind of running out of time. So, fellow traders, I hope you had a profitable week. I hope you're up for the month, and I wish you a fun and safe weekend. And when you come back to trade, always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.